I'm good. How are you? I thought I should share. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, fucking hey, yeah, yeah. We talked to a little bit about yes. It's already happened. Amazon acquired MGM and already talks. Library, but they have. Oh, nice. One of those actors, so it's a little more consolidations being out there. Years ago, I had to open up a studio this whole they, started consulting. So I saw that story. It does scare me. It also doesn't surprise me. One surprise is just like something. That just came out of nowhere, but it was because it's cute on the fucking expanded by camera this too. It's like it's crazy, but once Dan's asked, I started take the money off. This dude, all he cares about sharing history, relationships that that studio has with filmmakers, as a director. That it gets sold on his launch. Adaptation. I wrote recently. Took away issues. Turned into one screenplay. Wow. Oh, yeah. Hold on. So maybe there's some. There's to anyone.
Yes.
To anyone.
To John.
I had my quick stop signed by you last time at the front, so I jumped it out and I was like, oh, it's already signed, so I had to get it.
One of them is out today. Quick stops. Two. Lawrence book is out today. All right.
Hello, I'm back. Shout out to everybody. I am so sorry. I'm not a YouTuber, and I guess look, everything is all messed up now. I guess I was trying to find the link to send it out to somebody. I went into the studio through my phone, and I got some echo, freaked out, and ended my own stream. So I do apologize, and now everything's messed up. So sorry about that. Not a YouTuber. Everything is different from my last stream. The last time I streamed was for Twilight of the Gods, and that was in October 2024. So everything is different. So I apologize. So now we're back. If you made a comment in the other stream, I do apologize. I ended it early. So hopefully you guys can make your way over here. But thank you for all those who did come back. I see some people in the chat. I see DC Talk 82. Let's go. Yes, sir. Good to see you. We are celebrating Cell ZSG on Netflix and Cell Cyberburst for Netflix, moving mountains and accomplishing wonders. And like Bat Dan said, that was a clip of Kevin Smith, Hollywood director, producer, writer Kevin Smith, telling me when I asked him about hashtag Cell ZSG on Netflix, Cell Snyderverse Netflix Netflix being acquired in general, he said, quote, "It already happened." I think Kevin knew something. I'm just going to say that. I don't know, but I think he did it. So, but good to see W. Mir here again. Good to see you. Telling hello to the chat. Good to see you too. Yes, sir. That's what the quote said. It already happened. Good to see y'all. Everyone in that chat, like I said, DC Talk 82, Bat Dan, W. Mir, supporters of the Cell movement that made this happen and made history in entertainment news. So shout out to y'all. one of the homies right here, Sin Havoc 5150. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry if you were in the, I think you were in the other chat. I apologize. I ended the stream by myself, so my bad. Joke's on me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And we got Kevin. Let's see, Kevin. Oh, dog hair. It already happened. I think Kevin, you know, let something slip. So I kind of knew. Guys, so I called Sky after this meet and greet, and I told him, I was like, Sky, I don't know if I'm crazy, but the way and the energy that Kevin talked to me, like we knew each other, and the way he opened up to me as opposed to everyone else who was at the meet and greet, I felt like he was telling me something definitive. I said, I told Sky and Leon, I said, I don't know. You'll have to see the clip for yourself. And of course, it was hard to hear. I apologize because there was purposefully, Kevin Smith wanted a radio to be playing to kind of mask the conversation. It was funny because they didn't bring the radio until my question. First, Sky doesn't have a microphone. Then I don't have a microphone at Full Circle while everyone else does. Then I have a radio playing during my question when nobody else had one. Anyways, you see how it is. But yes, good to see you in the chat. Kevin O. Dog Hair, Kevin Smith. That's what he said. It already happened. And yes, sir. Bat Dan won't have time to stay on long. Have to get some stuff ready, but can stay for a bit. Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Edgerito241. Kevin Smith is hashtag Kevin Smith is right. Yep. He called it. He called it. Bat Dan, can you explain to me how Netflix is more of a monopoly than Paramount or Universal? Would involve merging two theatrical studios? That is the question, right? If we had three players, it's regardless. Hollywood can feel however Hollywood wants to feel because they literally put themselves in the situation that they are in. The state of affairs, the status quo. So, yeah. If it was, so WBD was going to be sold. So if it was Paramount, Universal, or Netflix, two of those are movie studios trying to buy another movie studio. So if Paramount bought it, you're taking away WBD. Therefore, you're losing a studio. Let's look at Universal. Same deal, right? So things are a little like interesting when the industry is pushing for Paramount or Universal, right? And the ops and the antis are pushing for that studio. But when you think about it, Netflix is not a traditional movie studio. It's a different model of business. So yeah, people are interesting how people want to create a narrative, right? So Fat Dan, I know you're going to have streams talking all about this coming up, so I'm excited to see that. Bat Dan, Netflix is not a monopoly. DC Talk, hey, I'm still buzzing that we won. Yes, we did. And that's what this is for. If you were in my other stream, I messed up the stream, but I started the rigmarole over there talking about everything, but we're here to celebrate you guys. We're going to be also showcasing the creators and the leaders of Zack Snyder's Cell Movement and the creators of the hashtags. They are displayed here at the bottom here. And so if you don't know, follow these accounts because all the information that's important is going to be coming from these guys right here. So shout out to y'all. DC Stock. Oh, it says Kevin O. Dog Hair says, how long ago was that meet and greet? That meet and greet, I believe, was in September. I will get you actually the day. Let me go back through my phone. This was on September 24th. I had to go through my photo roll. I don't know if you probably can't see that, but it's Kevin Smith and me. Yeah, you can't see that. September 24th was that meet and greet when Kevin Smith said, quote, it already happened. And here we are. Amazing. And speak of the devil, we got the homie Super Sky. Homie that created this whole thing. So Skywalker Entertainment, at Skywalker Entertainment is the channel. That's the YouTube channel. Okay. At the bottom is the Twitter handles for Skywalker Tweet and ZSJL to Netflix. So if you're on Twitter, use these. If you're on YouTube, go here, click like and subscribe on all those streams for the most up-to-date info, because it's going to be a wild week, especially tomorrow, y'all. You're already seeing headlines. You're already seeing spin. You're already seeing the narratives. Tomorrow, just be ready for it, because there's a little trailer that the industry is trying to push that is DOA. So I just want to take this opportunity before we get into all that. Let's just soak it in and enjoy it, and just be here and talk about like what it means to us as fans. The Syndicate Network ahead of everyone else per the usual. Yep. Like Zach said, I'm way down the fucking road on that. I think that's what he said. I have to, Sky, I need to find that drop. I searched for the video. I could not find it, but I will. If someone else has it, please let me know. Hollywood lied about Ezra Miller. They can go themselves. Yep, they sure did. And I mean, they lie about everyone, right? When there's a narrative or an agenda about a particular form of art and that actor is attached to it, there's hit pieces, right? And there's all kinds of stuff. I will say, I'm a huge fan of Sydney Sweeney. And I just saw back-to-back 2 of her movies that the industry is trying to like rip apart or, you know, say it's a failure. I saw Christie and I saw The Housemaid, and both amazing performances by Sydney Sweeney, regardless of how you feel about the person, right? I don't care, right? I don't care, especially with her. So shout out to Sydney Sweeney, and shout out to Bat Dan. Super Sky leaving the Fortress of Solitude soon. Okay, homie, make sure you recharge in the sun. Paramount can buy Disney Global if they are so upset. I know, yeah. Kevin Smith confirmed everything I've been saying for years. Shout out to Josh for getting confirmation. I will say, Sin Havoc's been saying a lot of stuff that has been coming true. And yep, when he saw the Kevin Smith footage, Sin Havoc was like, yep, told you, duh. So I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I shared this with Sky. We knew during Sky's stream on Thursday night, right? We were getting the headlines and we were getting the posts that it would pretty much a done deal. We didn't know officially, but it was pretty much looking that way. So Friday, December 5th, happy 6-7, by the way. And I'm not into that, but I just thought it was funny seeing that that's the dates today. Pretty lucky. But on 12/5, when I saw the announcement from Netflix, it didn't really surprise me at all. Like I was just like kind of like, I literally was like this. I was like, oh. And it wasn't that I wasn't excited, but I just had so much faith in this idea and this organic, genuine fan campaign that I knew it was going to happen. It was so smart, right? We saw how Hollywood was moving. We knew it was going to happen. So I was not surprised. What really got me hyped was seeing the crying, the fallouts, the copes, the breakdowns. That was what got me hyped, because all these people who've been saying never going to happen or they're going to eat crow, looking at you. Looking at you. Netflix is a tech company. Hey, shout out to the Flash himself, the good Austin. Good to see you, homie. Hope you're doing well. The producer, the guy behind all the amazing thumbnails and the graphics and everything that you see. Go follow this man right here. This is his Twitter, the good Austin, and just an amazing guy. YouTube as well. I'm sorry, this is YouTube. But he is also part of the Cool Table, one of the 4 pillars of this movement, who's done so much work behind the scenes. You might not see him on camera in person all the time, but he's always there. He's always in the chats. He's always doing dope things. Amazing song that just got released, and Syndicate Network that is involved in that. there's going to be a lot more coming from the good Austin. So stay tuned and go subscribe to his channel and give him a follow on all the socials. Yep, the Syndicate Network. So that is what we call ourselves, Syndicate Network and colleagues. And we have, thank you for the founding fathers, Sky and Leon. Yeah, that's what we're here to do. We're also here to give flowers, right? Where they're deserved, because I've seen some people trying to continue the narrative. Who created this hashtag? Who's actually, deserves the credit? It's hilarious. We have the receipts. We know, right? And winners don't get losers. Winners don't let losers, rewrite history. So, and shout out to the homie Danger Espionage. Looks like a new screen name. Good to see you, homie. Shout out to Danger. Danger is an amazing fan. I got to meet at Full Circle. Kind of like, introduced him to the community, because he was like me, a fan, in the shadows, like Batman. Right, Hayden? Right, Hayden? Like Batfleck. But we connected just by being genuine fans, connected with Sky, connected with Leon, connected with everyone. And it was dope seeing him at the Rebel Moon release parties, to the director's cuts, and vibing out to Twilight of the Gods and Zack Snyder. I got to sit by Hayden watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, Justice is Great. And I am not IMAX, but at the Egyptian Theater, a Netflix-owned theater. Guys, when ZSJL, Justice is Gray, which was created solely as an exclusive to HBO Max, when that was shown in a Netflix theater, come on, we already knew, right, Hayden? So shout out to the homie Hayden. Danger. Let's see. Batdan, it appears that Netflix is getting HBO Max. Is the problem with Netflix being the #1 streaming service? That's what I've come across reading these different outlets. There it is, Frank C. Shout out to him. Amazing getting all the information, all the receipts. A loyal supporter of hashtag sells ZSG on Netflix, sells Snyderverse to Netflix. He's always putting in work, keeping us on our toes, sharing great information. So very much value your input, sir. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. You helped make this happen. You did. Thank you to the forefathers, Austin, Necron, Sky, and Leon. Yes, that's what we're here to do also. So we've gotten Sky, who's the creator of the hashtag, Necron, and Good Austin, who are the other 2 pillars. And there's one more. Not sure. I know he's through, going through the streets of Gotham, but we will highlight him. Do not worry. It's Mr. Leon, Apex Lux. If Skydance Paramount WBD, they will still have to pay Netflix. $2.8 billion. And I love how this community is really digging into like the ins and outs of business to see, what's really, how this is all shaping out to be. Kevin Smith has always been a man of the people. Yes, he has. And when I met him, Hayden, back in 2022, I brought up Zack Snyder, and I brought up, him in Jersey, and Kevin was glowing. He got so excited me mentioning Zack Snyder to him. They're great friends. He respects Zack, obviously. Kevin Smith, literally the premiere. He hosted the premiere of when the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, debuted on HBO Max. I remember that. Y'all remember that when he was like frustrated by the behind the scenes producers? You could see him like live on camera being like, "What are you doing? What are you?" Shows the incompetence of WBD. But if it was on Netflix, I guarantee that wouldn't happen. So don't worry, Kevin. You got a job over at Netflix. The forefathers. Yes, sir. W. Necron. That's him. W. Necron. Last and not least, thank you to the Syndicate Network. Yep. Each and every one of y'all literally made this happen. Let's see. Frank C says, and that's the worst to theatrical studios. Yeah. Josh, I think your hashtags are off. It's on, not to. I'm celebrating the hashtags, Batdan. So I know you like to correct people, but mind your own business. Okay. Thank you very much. Me and Batdan, or One Punch Dan, have a little thing. So, lay off. The founding fathers, Sky and Leon. Yes, they are. Madam Web still sucks. And thank you, Josh. Shout out to you. Hey, I can see the future. And speaking of somebody who can see the future, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome straight from the Fortress of Solitude himself, the creator, the man who made this all happen, the general. I like to call him Super Sky, the Superman of Zack Snyder's Cell Movement. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Skywalker the Jedi. What's up, homie?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I will be on camera in 1 second. Just give me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was just finishing up with my gaming stream because I was over there playing some Batman Arkham Asylum. And yeah, we here now, bro. So for sure.
You had that Batfleck suit on, right?
Not yet. That's when we get to the Arkham Knight game.
Oh, that's right.
We're on the first one.
Okay,
Trust me, bro. Trust
right.
me. The Batfleck suit is getting put on, bro, for sure.
And the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, right? That's there too.
Yep. It
So-
has a whole other game mode for that version. Yep. It has its own little thing.
See, Zach, when you have the dope stuff, it demands that you just do new stuff, right? You just make it happen one way or another. But do you need me to drop you out, or are you good to be on while you get situated?
I'm chilling, bro.
All right, cool. Well, I know I did, guys. This is I don't know, Sky, if you saw what happened, but I did one stream, and then I ended up having problems finding the invite for you guys.
Bruh, I have been live for hours, bro. I have no idea what happened. I was literally because I started out. I was trying to do the Batman Arkham Asylum. I couldn't get that going. Then I just switched it. I was like, all right, fine. I'm gonna just do Arc Raiders. So I just did a whole other game, and then I started playing Arc Raiders and was getting murked off. And then the homies helped me figure out Batman. I was like, okay, so I can just go back and do Batman then. So switched it back over to Batman, bro. It was crazy.
See, so it sounds like you've been having tech difficulties because I ended up.
Yes, I was definitely having some tech difficulties, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I ended up having a stream and started it like 6 minutes were going by, and then I was trying to invite you, but I couldn't find. Everything's different from the last time I've done a stream because I haven't done a stream since like last year, so I couldn't find anything. So I got onto my phone, and I guess when I got on my phone, I accidentally ended it. So I ended my own stream, but all the homies are filing back in. But basically, Sky, I just wanted to take a moment to just have a moment of just celebration because history was made thanks to people like you, thanks to people
Most
like
definitely, man.
this community.
Shout out to y'all, bro.
Like we can't. I think that's getting like lost. What I'm seeing is that's just starting to get glossed over, and I'm like, nope. Let's take a moment to just really just feel what this is like after years of like just crazy, irrational hate and bullying and just like propaganda, straight up propaganda, dude.
We're in the middle of an info war, bro. Honestly,
it really like.
I think this Paramount situation really highlighted that we are really in the middle of an info war, bro. Where you literally have people pushing stories just because it's a agenda, it's what they have to do, and then you end up seeing that it's the furthest from reality, right? Everybody was out there screaming, "Yo, Paramount this, Paramount that! Oh my God, it should go to Paramount." Oh, the Trump DOJ is not gonna let it go. Everything's been proven wrong. I didn't say that they were never close. David Ellison said that they were never close. He said that. I didn't say that. Right. So if he said that they were never close and they were never even really being considered, then where was all this news coming from?
Mm-hmm. Because for those who like are new, right? A lot of people are familiar, but there's a few names that I've seen that aren't, right? If you aren't aware, the entire industry was telling us, "Oh, it's going to Paramount. It's going to Paramount. It's going to Paramount."
Everybody.
It
was just us. We're the only people. We're the only people on the entire internet that I've seen on the entire internet who from the jump said Netflix not only had a chance, but absolutely could get this done. And we're the only people that was saying that it should happen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else either said that it wasn't happening or that it would be the worst thing that ever happened and shouldn't happen. And not only that, but it shouldn't be allowed to happen.
it's like, and now that's what I'm seeing, Sky, right? From the usual suspects in the industry is the sky is falling. Oh my God, you're getting less theater, you're getting less movies in theaters, you're getting. Meanwhile, I have two separate show times for on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to watch Stranger Things in theaters this year, Sky, and next year. Right. And all those sold out on December 2nd, so much so that theaters like AMC, chains like AMC, Regal, Cinemark, Alamo Drafthouse are adding screenings, therefore pulling other movies because there's more of a demand to see this Netflix show that consumers already pay for and could watch at home, but they would rather go watch this cinematic IP in theaters. And Netflix, I don't know if you know or if Leon told you yesterday on the other day on the stream, but they're basically doing it for free from what I understand. I could be wrong.
They are doing it for like concessions, which only helps the theaters. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I know I bought my tickets for my mother, my sister, and me, and they were $11 each. And it said on there, your ticket comes with $11 voucher to spend at the concession. So when you think about it, the ticket is free then, right? The only thing I need to do is use that voucher to support the theaters. Netflix already, this was Kevin Smith
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Kevin called it, right? Like they were already prepared, knowing that one of their biggest IPs was ending. So we're going to have this major studio bot. Let's help theaters and be reassured that we will be putting our content, our IPs in theaters to help theaters. I mean, what are we talking about? So divine timing is something that I believe in, homie. And I know we've talked about that a little bit, right?
Yeah, man. Yo, you know what's even crazier? Because look, you said that it was like the last supermoon, which was crazy.
It was.
But not only that, bro, it was also my ex-wife's birthday. I thought about that at the end of the day, bro. And I was like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, yo, this is the best, bro. Like, I'm chilling. I wonder where she at right now.
He who laughs last.
That was laughs hardest, bro. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, I changed the world today. What did you do?
What you doing over there? What did you do? Hey, and see, you know, like that speaks to I can only speak to my personal life, right, Sky? I don't know what it's like in yours, but when you tell friends and loved ones like that you're a part of this, right? At the beginning, a lot of people's gloss over. Well, okay, sure, you know. But now that it's happened, just the feedback that I've gotten, right? People are really just like blown away, like, wow, whoa, you did it. You did it. This is a thing. And I was like, oh, now you're there. So even though, you know, right, you have your loved ones that maybe they support you, but they don't really, you know, they're just, I support you. But then to see it actually happen, you know, how does that feel for you? Like, did you have support? I mean, I know you've had detractors. I know you've had people, you know, come into this community and try to throw you off. Like, what has it been like, I guess, for you? If you could kind of speak a little bit about, you know, I think this is a good time to be on camera, homie. Shout out to the homies wearing the color.
Yeah, we here, bro.
I just want to know what it was like for you, you know, getting all that pushback, and then to now, what's it been like?
No, it's crazy, man. One thing that I'm gonna be honest about that's kind of bugged me out, and it's kind of like been one of the things that's kind of, because I don't know, it feels kind of surreal, man. Honestly, it wasn't surprising at all, Josh. We've known that this was gonna happen, bro. We've literally known, and that was honestly the weirdest thing, was how unsurprised that I was, right? Because that's part of living in the future, man. It's like you have to understand that people are going to call you crazy.
Yep.
People are gonna call you insane. People are gonna say that you don't know what you're talking about. You know, if they're gonna try to stop you, if they're gonna try to silence your voice however they can, they're gonna do whatever they can to make themselves obstacles. But at the end of the day, they can't do anything, you know, unless you allow them to. And I think that one thing that this thing like really drove home for me, because one of the things about Release the Snyder Cut that was very, very special for me in that one lesson that I took from that was that you could really get anything done. Like, I was like, hey, we went up against a multi-billion-dollar corporation as a fandom back then that did not want to give us this thing, and we kind of forced them to give us that thing, right? And now we're in a situation where it's even more personal for me, obviously, because now I personally know, bro, that you can do whatever you put your mind to, man. You know, like I will keep saying this. My first video on YouTube, Josh, was talking about the Snyderverse and how we not gonna move on. I'm like, yo, this is not gonna be a thing that, you know, it's just gonna go away easily. And I meant that back then. I mean that now, right? And when you take things to heart and you really, really believe them, and as long as you're doing the work and you're not being deceitful or lying to the people, and you're giving them good information, which is what we did the whole time, right? Look, I think I'm, you know, well within my rights to say that everybody else was wrong. Yep. And we were the only ones that were right. And it's funny because I'm seeing like the larger ramifications of this deal. Like, everybody's talking about this shit, and it's just hilarious because everybody's crashing out. And I have a bunch of content planned about how I'm gonna explain and walk through just how insane that is, because a lot of you guys didn't believe, you didn't do the research, you didn't look into it, you didn't want to say that. I mean, you know, there's just all of these things that people didn't want to participate in. And now that we're in this new reality that we've been saying is coming, now they want to act like they're the authorities on what's going to happen. I'm sorry. All of you guys is clout and like people believing in y'all. I think it's tarnished forever. It has to be. You can't tell people that this idea is wrong and unvalid and all this stuff for 3 years, and then it happens, and then you just turn around and be like, well, you know, well, let's see. Like, no. Why would I listen to you guys? I mean, it's funny because somebody jumped in my comment section the other day on the video where we have been discussing some things, and they're like, yo, I wasn't necessarily a part of your campaign, but, you know, I don't think that this news really means much. And, you know, we're still not finished. And, you know, James Gunn and David Zaslav and all these other things. And this don't bode well. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, hey, man, like, you can either take the information that we're giving out or you can leave it at this point. Or you can go back and you can listen to people that lied to you guys for 3 years. Right. And, you know, now we're in this new reality. But to anybody out there that is feeling scared, you know, allow me to calm your fears. Right. Like, this is not going to be the end of cinema. Matter of fact, this is going to help cinema, yo. What's funny is John Malone, David Zaslav's mentor. See, we've been covering all this stuff on my platform.
Yep.
He said, hey, this is the only thing that's going to lead to more movies and not less, right? He understood that, you know, it doesn't matter how you try to slice it, the big 4, the big 5, the big 6, however many studios you want to say is major studios, we were going to have one less with with WBD going to any of these other places. And yeah, it's just funny because there's a new kid on the block that got a lot of prime real estate, and people are, you know, scared about what this is gonna mean, right? But at the same time, no, like this is a reckoning that has been long in the works for sure.
Oh yeah, and that's what's so exciting, right? Is someone that's a genuine fan like you, right? Creating something ingenious, bulletproof, foolproof, right? You and Leon refining it, bringing in Good Austin, bringing in Necron, putting it out to the masses, but then seeing how the masses treated it, right? So then you saw what didn't work before, refined it even more. But that effectiveness, I kept this comment here for a while because the homie Danger, right? When you came out of the shadow sky, you inspired a lot of us.
Shout out to Danger, man.
Like me, myself, and Danger to go to this full circle, right? And so he's talked about how when you were making these strides in person, Sky, all these roadblocks and all this defamation started, like the Sky stole the Christmas conspiracy, or there's no women at Rebel Moon, or Sky pulled a heist at Comic-Con.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
The guy who helped Sky get into Comic-Con, if anybody doesn't know, okay, Sky.
We literally did an entire stream about it, bro. Like we did an entire stream about it.
I was on a stream with him. I never once was accused of anything that Sky did. Crazy. I wonder why.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, man.
Right,
that
was
wild.
And I had those receipts for a while, right? And I let it play out, and I kind of talked to you about it, and I'm like, let's see what happens.
Like, yep, and let's just hold off. Let's just hold off on it. And it's funny because I actually had a behind the scenes conversation, and somebody asked me because they actually, bro, like I got so mad. I ain't even gonna front. I got so mad because somebody that I knew told me that they believe that shit, right? And then they was like, yeah, and then like, but why you didn't put out the video till later? I was like, oh, I bet you felt dumb after seeing the video, huh? And it was like, yeah. I'm like, exactly. I was like, what the hell?
See,
what's wrong with you, bro?
And that's what
you believe that story, bro.
That's
man,
what
like I'm about to just get up there and wild out on James Gunn in a public setting in front of 6,000 people.
And I will tell you, as somebody who was with this man pretty much the entire time.
The entire time. The only time that I wasn't with Josh was when I went to go get food.
For the
trekked 2 hours, dog.
Yep. But you did it for the squad, right?
Mission.
You did it for the
squad. And went and got some fire tacos, bro. Hey, came back.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
See, and that's a good soldier right there. That's a general right there. You literally said, you're like, hey, I got the mission. Mission will be complete.
Yeah, it's gonna be complete. Right? It took way longer than I thought it was gonna be, bro. I thought it was gonna be super quick. It was like, nah,
Comic-Con, you got your little taste of Comic-Con.
So, oh yeah, for sure.
The gas lip. Shout out to Rock Talk.
I found Prime. Somebody found Prime. What happened, dog? Where is bro? I've been looking for Prime, bro.
Somebody.
Y'all don't know business, bro. Josh, you literally got people that still don't think that the deal's done. They're like, oh my God, but Paramount can still do a hostile takeover.
Meanwhile,
they're like, Paramount can still do a hostile takeover, bro. You know, I mean, Trump, and then I'm like, and then look what just dropped now, which I don't know if you got to that, but yeah, bro, we gonna get to that, Josh.
All I know is that we have the president, the commander, speaking out on news that you helped make happen.
Crazy.
That is what is happening, guys.
Crazy.
That is the president of the United States, love him or hate him, is speaking about our
ZSSM, dog. He's speaking about ZSSM.
And if you look at the quotes, I didn't see the video, but I read the quotes. It's basically he's kind of telling you, hey, I mean, for the media, he's saying, oh, we'll have to see. I'm going to be involved. But he's pretty much like, oh, we're cool.
Yeah, man. Look, I was about to say this because look, and after this, I ain't gotta say nothing else. Love the president or hate him, but does anybody over there think that he is about to say, "Hey, somebody that bid the most amount of money on something shouldn't get it"? Do you think he is about to say that shit?
Right. With his track record.
Well, like, does anybody in their rabbit ass mind think that man is gonna say, "Yo, somebody that bid the most amount of money on something shouldn't get it"? Like, what?
Right.
Does anybody? All right. Hey, y'all can. Hey, go ahead and hold y'all breath. I bet y'all won't do it. I bet y'all won't do it.
And they're salty, Sky, because he's not talking about hashtag restore.
They talking, bro. People keep coming to me with this shit, and they sitting there talking about, "Oh my God, are you insane?"
And let's be honest, right? Like, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I wasn't surprised, like I told you either, that this happened. But the fact, like Sin Havoc, that this was started January 3rd, 2023, correct?
That is the correct date, absolutely.
That is when the hashtag was created by this man right here.
That's the first day I put it out.
Refined by Apex Lux.
Late at night, too, by the way, guys. That counts, because it was at like almost like 10 o'clock at night when I put it out, and I woke up in the morning and it had already taken off. And
it was trending, right?
Bruh, I got up at 6 in the morning and it had already taken off. It was already gone. It was out of there.
And you just put it out there, right? For the fans. Because you were a fan, but you knew you had the foresight as somebody who, with your background, with who you are as a man, as a person in your life, you took all those skills and applied it to something you're passionate about and made possible.
Yes.
So,
man, look, dude, what's crazy is when this thing was actually coming together, right? I was having conversations with some of the homies, and I wasn't really like relying on them to like give me their thoughts on what the original idea was. What I was going to them and asking them for was just kind of counsel on like just the situation and the fandom and the community and where everybody was, right? Because that was my overall biggest issue, was that, you know, being a part of this fandom, a lot of the labels like toxic and, you know, always threatening people and going that stuff. I had never just really experienced a whole lot of that when engaging with the rest of the larger Zack Snyder fan base. So when we were at that point and we was like, hey, the Cavill thing had happened, he got fired, and I saw a lot of anger, I saw a lot of emotions pouring out, I saw a lot of it was just a lot of things that was going on, and you know, I was grieving too. Luckily, I think that because I did know this information a few days early before it became public, and so I think I had a little bit more time to process what was going on before the public found out. And then so once that happened, and I really kind of took that snapshot of how everybody was feeling, yeah, this whole thing was just born of like, okay, I'm an influencer, because people use that term, right? And they use it all of the time, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm an influencer, I'm this, I'm that, right? Okay, so with me being an influencer, I'm like, hey, if I'm seeing all of this emotion and people are just angry and upset and they're hashtagging all kind of crazy stuff, right? Calling people names, calling for people's jobs, calling for all kind of stuff.
Yeah, guilty.
I was like, how? Like, yep. Is there a way that I can use my influence and try to, you know, give give people a little bit of hope. That was it. If that was the only thing that I was looking to do with this, was just use my little influence and my little corner of the internet to try to help people feel better. That's really what it was about, man. I'm like, hey, like, if we want to continue doing this, I think that this is a more effective way that we can do it, because WBD is clearly not rocking with us. They're clearly not, right? And so there's been just so many chances that they've had to restore the Snyderverse, to bring back Zack Snyder, to make the Batfleck movie, to release the Ayer cut. There have been all of these opportunities time and time again throughout the years for not only them, but Warner Brothers proper, for Warner Media to do it, for Warner Brothers Discovery. I mean, we've been through like 4 regimes.
Yep.
Right? And people are still trying to have a conversation with the same company. And I was just like, hey, if we want, Zach is over here. Netflix doesn't have any superhero stuff going on, right? Like, they're the biggest streaming platform in the world. Like, they already had it on their services in other countries. Like, there was all these things that just made sense. And I was like, hey, why don't we take that energy away from WB, which is what we had been doing, and why don't we point that in this other direction, like Netflix, and channel our energy over there? And look what happened.
Sky came in with the red eyes, crashing in the Kryptonian ship, and said, WBD had its chance.
Exactly. They had their chance, bro.
They did. And you're right. And that's what is so infuriating to the Hollywood and the industry, is because all these people that were trying to hide this art, that were trying to hide this IP, still don't have the official numbers, right?
Yep.
But I think Netflix will have those numbers, and Netflix will, be reporting on all this.
You know what's crazy is that these people really just have been kind of parroting the same things, man. And I'm actually very, very kind of disappointed in the takes of a lot of people. And this is not the end of anything. What bothers me is that people complain about everything. We complain about the state of cinema. We complain about, the state of the video game world. We complain about a lot of these things. But every time something different comes along, we complain about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Rebel Moon came along. We complained about that too. Right? It's like everything is just being complained about. And then whenever somebody tries to infect some actual change, there's complaining. So it's like, okay, hey, I think that it's best for Netflix to just do what they're going to do, which is buy WBD, and they're going to give the people what they want. And the people aren't even going to know that that's what they want, because they clearly don't know what they want yet. Like, it's wild, because it's like we've been complaining so long about the state of cinema and how Hollywood is killing the movie theaters.
Right. Yep.
I mean, how long has this talk been going on? Right.
Forever.
I mean, I'm not making this up.
Nope.
This is all you see over YouTube.
Yep.
Oh my God, they're killing theaters. Oh my God. Wait, so then the new kid comes in and they're the ones? They probably got some fresh ideas, if anything else, right? Like this whole thing with Stranger Things, which seems to be just a plus for the theaters.
Very much so. Like,
right?
That's all.
But nobody talks about that. All they want to do is say, oh my God, see, but this is the end of physical. Frankenstein is going on physical media. Ain't nobody bringing that up, but they're still talking about how, no, these people have been wrong.
Yep.
And instead of like taking a second and just breathing and saying, yo, maybe I was off. It's like, no, we're just going to go further into the delusion, further into how much that you were wrong, while trying not to. Oh my goodness, this is wild. Yeah, tell them. That's why I had that stream titled that "Cry Harder."
Yep.
Like, yeah,
because we already knew, right? We already knew it. They were never gonna. I'm still waiting on certain people to eat that crow. I'm waiting for that life. Like, I'm waiting for these people that said, "Oh, this would never happen," but if it does, this. And it's funny seeing the switch up. And
yeah,
seeing the people. Oh, well, they didn't even start the hashtag.
Yep.
But that just shows, like, all the hate. Like, I haven't told you this, guy, but I've been getting a lot of hate on Instagram and my comments and stuff. But that's telling me we were effective. When that happens, I don't know if you have this same experience as a content creator. I'm not. I'm just a fan. But when I see that, I know I'm getting to people with my engagement. So when I see it, I laugh.
Right.
Death threats, name calling. You know, hateful.
They was tagging me with the FBI, bro. All because I looked at James Gunn. Wild.
Paid your money and
paid money.
And he overpaid, actually, because he should have got discounts. He's a veteran. So
you know what I mean, waited in line just like everybody else, camped out, got front row seats.
I was right next to him, but only Sky was causing the problem.
And it's like, he was gonna run on stage. I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I was gonna do?
Sky, I will tell you guys. I've met up with Sky. What now? Probably 4 times, I think now.
Probably 4 or 5 times, bro.
4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
Sky is who you see on screen. That is Sky 100%. I can say that. I've met Leon. I've met Necron. I have not met Good Austin.
We're all the same people, bro. We're all Austin is the same person, bro. He's the same person. We're all the same people that we are online. And it's like, hey, you know, like it or not.
And I will say, just from my own assessment, people that I've been guilty of watching, content creators, seeing them at these events, they are not the same people. They do not have the same energy. They are not talking the same shit in person that they would be online.
Exactly. So, they never do.
So why are you choosing to listen, you know, as a fan, spend your time listening? That's just, you're wasting your time. But you do what you need to do while we are over
They're cooked, bro. They're cooked, bro.
Chalice.
They're cooked, bro. They're cooked. Cause like you can never go back. Like you can never go back, man. You can't shit on an idea for 3 years and then just walk that back. Like the people are not. They're gonna be like, yo, like, why didn't I know that this was happening? See, that's where the what is it called? The oh my god. The FOMO comes from. The FOMO comes from we're over here celebrating and y'all panicking. You know what I mean? Right? It's like we over here chilling. We like, yo, we already knew this was gonna happen. And we know what we're in for. Man, look, I was just talking about that, man. And Netflix also bought Rocksteady. Now, I liked the Suicide Squad game. People was complaining about that. Right? It's like, yo,
we talked about that, yeah.
What could possibly happen? So, like, if Paramount bought them and they had to fire a bunch of people and, like, less movies were going to come out, right? But then all your favorite influencers was going to tuck y'all in and tell you it was going to be okay. That was going to be what was going to make you guys feel better just because the influencers were going to be okay with it. But guess what? At the end of the day, they weren't going to be okay with it either because they were going to turn around afterwards and still be complaining about the shit that's put in theaters, bro. So why listen to these people?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of us, right? And I'm looking at some of you in the chat, right? Just be very cautious who you give your time to and who you let permeate your mind, because you might be wasting your time. Just look at the person, look at their track record, right? and just really like, am I getting truthful, genuine information from my truthful, genuine person? And for me, it's been a journey for me as somebody who's a YouTube, you know, who's just on YouTube watching people. I've wasted years of my life, Sky. I'm sad to say, basically, listening to people who ended up,
Yeah, man, I did too, bro.
not knowing shit.
I did too, bro. I did too, man.
So
Right.
I think we just need to take a self-assessment and just be like, let's look at what happened, who said what, because we have the receipts over here.
Oh yeah, my channel's
Like-
full of them.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about it, right? Like,
Full of them.
if you say something, and I can be, you know, bipartisan, right? When I try to be like, okay, but if you said this and you said this, and this person has, but this person doesn't have the proof, well, what do you think? I'm
Right. Hey, I tried to tell him, man. Josh, I tried to tell him to just, hey, listen to what we were saying. It's like, hey, and I try to say it as many times as I possibly can on my platform. I try to give people good information while still being entertaining. I think a lot of people just try to go for the entertainment factor and they present themselves as if they're giving out actual news and information, but that's not in fact what they're doing. It's just an entertainment channel.
Oh,
That's what a lot of them do. And you know, it can be tricky because you'll think like, hey, because that person was bragging about how they had Zach's phone number, right, Josh? He was all like, oh yeah, I can. I mean, and I only say that now because he said it on stream. He was like, oh yeah, like I can actually text him, right? And then it turns out you're wrong.
Yeah, like the homie saying, it's funny how that person confirmed, oh yeah, I didn't even get to say hi to him because he was
because he was mobbed by everybody. Everybody was hanging around him. I was like, what? Like by his fans, bro? Like he was chilling with his fans? Are we Gal Gadot's a terrorist? What's going on, bro? It's like, bro, what's going on with these people, Josh?
That person was mad that they were escorted to be in front of you to cut and just be escorted to the front of the line.
Oh, like what happened that last time. Okay, I got you.
You know,
yeah, okay.
You just get placed. Even
Couldn't
though
get that hook up again.
Sky and Sino are the first ones.
And then all of a sudden, right, you get placed.
And I saw that happen in real time too. So
they can't fool us, man.
And that's what I'm seeing, Sky, is like, for me, just everything that's happening. I don't know if you've had these moments, but I've just kind of of course I'm streaming ZSJO right now, soon to be on Netflix, but I'm streaming where Zach told me to stream it. And we watching this or having.
Can you imagine when that happens, bro?
Oh, the
engagement,
the cartoons, the engagement events, the watch alongs, the breakdowns. Ooh, the special features I think that Netflix is going to put in, you know, how they have it, like, oh, the Snyderverse, you know, collection. Like, it's just gonna be insane. But anyways, as I was saying, this Fallout now, I feel like we are literally living in the Dark Knight Returns comic book, dude, with these talking heads.
Yeah, bro.
Seen in BVS with Superman. You are Superman, dragging this movement behind you, getting amazing shit done, but everyone has to have a negative well,
that's crazy, bro. That's a crazy analogy, that's a crazy analogy, bro.
This earth, every act is a
political act.
So that quote literally comes.
He's like, maybe he's just a guy trying to do the right thing, bro. Maybe, right?
Moving mountains, saving the day, saving people from themselves, even. And I would say, just my own personal, right? Because you gave us something, and I want to, you know, really, like, before I forget to commend this, sir. I know you're a veteran, And I know that being a veteran, you've lost a lot of people. And I know us as fans of Zack Snyder's content, right? We have all been touched by his story and the loss of his daughter, Autumn Snyder. And so this t-shirt is one that you guys put out for fans, but the proceeds 100% benefiting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Yes,
This was
yes, most definitely, bro.
designed by Noel Leon Flores, world-renowned artist, and through Ink to the People. And you guys, when people were trying to find something to complain about, right? Oh, well, you're doing it for clout. Are you right? And then you go to these events. The Good Austin goes and does an Out of the Darkness walk. Skywalker goes and does an Out of the Darkness walk. Josh goes and does an Out of the Darkness walk, because I've personally been touched by loss and suicide in my family, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're all kind of here, not only for the art, but also the story behind the art and how we got to it. Because you cannot forget that when the end credit of ZSJL is for Autumn. And I just want to commend you, sir. I want to commend Leon, Good Austin, Necron, who all put your money where your mouth is and gave that all to a charity like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I just want to take this moment to really thank you, sir, because that really, just means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to people in this community and in this chat, and shout out to y'all for really doing, the most, right, to make sure this could not be tainted, or this could not be cited as something that was for wrong intentions. I can, as a person, I'm pretty skeptical.
Got my beads, bro.
There's the beads right there.
And got my beads, bro. I just had to make sure that I pulled these out real quick. You know what I'm saying?
And you got the thing on there as well. I see. And so, boots on the ground is happening, right? Positive change is happening in this movement, but people try to just sweep it under the rug, right? And it's, oh, they didn't even create this, and blah, 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 blah. And I forget how it goes. I might misquoting him, but I love the energy that you guys have. That the Cat Williams from that interview. Winners don't let losers tell lies, or something like that. And
winners don't let losers write history, bro.
Write history. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations. And someone like you, shout out to you, who literally gave up their amazing job to do this full time. And Sky, I want to say, I didn't think I've ever told you this, but I think it was, once again, divine timing, that when you started going full time and having these conversations, that's why we're here, because of when you chose to sacrifice everything that you had in your status quo for us, in my personal opinion. Like, you kind of talk about what that's been like. Has it been more galvanizing to you to be able to be hands-on? I mean, I'm sure it's a different.
Yeah, man. What's really crazy is I didn't realize that I quit my job at the perfect time until after this summer. That's when I noticed. It was after the summer and everything came and happened with that movie and with Comic-Con and everything. And that's when I noticed. I was like, okay, I was absolutely supposed to do that, because being at the other I love what I did, man. Like, in terms of the grooming stuff, man, loved it, bro. Love dog grooming. And it's always going to be something that I have a super passion for, and I'm never going to completely stop, right? Probably because I can just just do a dog and just make a little bit of bread. Anyway, but no, I love what I did, and to be able to do something that I actually really enjoyed. Right. But then have something that I enjoy even more, which was the content stuff. Right. And, when I was doing that, there was a couple things that kind of had me leaning towards, hey, maybe it's time to kind of give this up and try this YouTube stuff. But the main thing that really happened that really kind of showed me was when I ended up being a little late to get into the Accountant 2 red carpet. And I absolutely would have been able to if I wasn't at work that day.
I tried to get you in there, right? That was yeah, we talked about it.
And I went there and I was in line and everything, and I went live, but I didn't make it in because I was there a little bit too late. And it was that moment. I didn't even know it then, but that kind of planted that seed. I was like, man, you know, it's really wild that I could have interviewed Ben Affleck probably, but I couldn't because I couldn't get out of work on time. And so, you know, like 2 weeks went by, and just there was like a moment where I was like, okay, yeah, it's absolutely time. And then, you know, you go back and forth for a while. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right choice? You know, and then this summer happened and everything with Comic-Con, and I was like, oh no, I absolutely did make the right choice. I absolutely did make the right choice, and it's been dope. And you know, shout out to you guys. It's definitely been a change because I obviously make a lot less money now, you know what I'm saying? But we still cool. You know what I'm saying? Like luckily, because we put in work in other facets. So you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
And we are so much better for it as a community. Like this comment says, must there be a Skywalker?
Bruh, oh, I saw that. I was rolling, bro. Must there be a Skywalker? You're like, there is.
There is. And you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna be here having these conversations. I know you have so many streams lined up to break it down, all this information, and I just want
because we're not done talking about how right we were and how wrong they were. Like that still has to be mined out. Like we ain't nowhere near done.
Because they're not doing what they said they like. That's my biggest thing, right? Now that we've won, basically, there's a bidding war and Netflix has won. Regardless, that company that is been sold. It's going to somebody. These hashtags won. So that gross hierarchy, that regime that has been attacking its own fan base, withholding IPs, they are gone. Okay. Yeah. We won.
Let me say this too while I'm on your platform, because this has been dope, and I really want to say this. There are certain conversations that we're not having anymore. I'm being just quite honest with you guys. Certain conversations we're not having anymore. James Gunn's job security is not up for debate. David Zaslav's job security is not up for debate. Okay, if Zack Snyder is coming back or not, it's not up for debate. Okay, who started this is not up for debate. Like there are several topics that are just not being discussed anymore. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care. It's the truth, you know, because hey, at this point, if you don't believe me, then go listen to everybody who lied to you guys for 3 years.
Yep.
How about that? You can go listen to everybody that lied to you guys for 3 years and was wrong. You know, you see where that gets you. Right? Because I know what our information has gotten us, Josh.
Yep. The accomplishing wonders, sir.
They over here talking about is Zach still coming back? I'm like, what? They talking about, oh, I don't even know if Zach's coming back. I'm like, look.
Did you see what he posted today?
I'm not saying that like we get, because like, look, here's the thing. How could I just give up and Zach is about to come back? Just think about that, right? It would make no sense. How? We're about to be getting movies, trailers, pictures. Like what? Like what are you like? What are we talking about? Right? So there is no just giving up, right? But at the same time, like I said, whether or not he's coming back, that is no longer a discussion over here, because everybody that was saying, hey, we don't know if he's coming back and he's not going to come back, was all saying that Netflix wasn't going to get WBD. Yep. So now, since we know that they were full of shit on that, bro, no chance. That's what you got. Yeah.
That and it really felt
strong. Puppets.
And that, like, for those who don't know, I
oh my god, bro.
After this happened, I literally broke it down and I told this man, I was like, just looking at you guys and who you are as people, right? We're around the same age group, right, Sky? We all professional wrestling fans. We have been battling, you and particularly the most, the corporation. And I love how somebody put on your stream, it basically was the corporate ministry, right? Because there's when you got Satan worshipers and stuff like that. Like,
it's getting wild, bro.
Jimmy, you know,
I don't know what's going on over there, Josh. Josh, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, dog. I just know we about to get this night.
But it just took a few little degenerates.
Oh,
you know, to come up and tell the corporation what to do.
Right.
Shout out to y'all, because I honestly don't think, and I've seen a lot of people in this fandom. I don't think there are people built like you guys that have the resolve, that have the passion, that have the fire, that have the backbone, basically, the spine to stand up for an idea for other people. And continue to sacrifice for other people, right? Because you could have gave up a long time ago. You could have just, right? We got all the stuff, all the hit pieces being tagged with the FBI. But as a
luckily, I didn't think about it as many times as people may think, but it definitely did cross my mind, especially like later. And I actually told you a couple. I was like, oh my god, I was like,
we had
like, oh no, I was like, oh no, bro.
Robin and Superman. No. Hold on. Let's bring in Batman and let's have a little something. But yeah, because I saw
it took a long time, bro. It took a long time for us to get like beat down. Leon was ready to call this shit so many times, bro. I was the one talking. He's like, enough from the clown, right? And I was just like, bro, no, bro. Hey, just chill, bro. Just chill. What up, Nar? How you doing, bro?
Shout out to the homie Nar. I just wanted to say,
hey, man, I was live on the gaming channel earlier, bro. I was doing Arc Raiders and Batman Asylum, bro. For sure.
I was showing your Twitter down there, but your YouTube is Skywalker ENT, right?
Yes, Skywalker ENT.
Let me I think I can remove the banner and it'll show it. So, but this man does a lot of content. He's not just, okay, it's Skywalker, but
all good.
He this is the source of information you need to be going to, in my opinion, because right now there's going to be a lot of narratives. I was saying on my other stream, Sky, how tomorrow, Monday morning, of course, we're already seeing.
Oh my god!
So can you imagine the headlines when there's a little trailer apparently supposed to be debuting, and all the influencers are like, "Oh my god, I've seen a trailer."
Bro, it is so insane, bro. I saw somebody begging Tom Cruise to not let Netflix buy WBD, bro. I saw an influencer begging Tom Cruise. They're like, Tom Cruise, and they was dead serious. He's like, we need you to go into Netflix and stop them from being able to buy WBD. Like, you gotta save us, Tom. I'm like, bro, now y'all calling Tom Cruise.
So, can I tell you something? Can I tell you some tea?
Oh my god, man!
Well, from the tea that I heard, is that Tom hates the Ellisons.
Right.
Hey, the Ellisons.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
Which is basically Paramount is Tom Cruise's home, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you really think he's gonna go into Netflix and
Right.
try to stop that? I mean, these pesky cell boys, this was a well thought out, campaign. And I wanted to real quick before I forget, the homie Hayden made a comment that made the good Austin smile so hard, but it is it's pinned, but I think it went away because there's so many comments. Ooh, where's it at? But I was at the gym today, homie, and I was literally having this thought. So Hayden, you were
no chance. That's what you got. Yeah.
right here. I was at the gym, Sky, and I was like, wouldn't it be amazing to just have hashtag sold with like the super, I don't know if you can help the Man of Steel S, but I was just like, I need a workout shirt because I was at the gym and I was fucking hyped, dude, listening to the ZSJL soundtrack. Like, this is just like so amazing what has been accomplished by literally somebody just in the chats, right? You started as somebody in the chats.
Absolutely, bro.
Just like
in the chat, leaving people super chats, right? Really.
I heard we weren't around during that. Our campaign wasn't around during release, so we shouldn't even be getting any credit for anything. Meanwhile,
I was here during release.
I was here.
Hey, they can whatever, bro. They can whatever, bro.
It's like,
it's like Josh, anything to discredit, bro. They try to say that we didn't create the hashtags because apparently there was somebody that had like tweeted sell Snyderverse to Netflix like years before, but like that was it. It was like once, and I never put anything about it. But my thing was that was the add-on hashtag that Leon put. I was like, we had or I rather had checked for sell ZSJL to Netflix. That never existed. The first person that ever put that out was moi. Mm-hmm. So
yep.
It don't matter how you try to like rearrange the pieces or try to paint a different picture. It's all coming up ZSSM at the same time, right? It's the same thing. It's just like it's an enigma,
And let's not gloss over the fact that thanks to this movement, isn't it so exciting to fucking open Instagram and see what the fucking boss posts every single day almost? The timeline has been on fire with hype like it has not been ever since the announcement of the Snyder Cut. Thanks to you guys. Zach would not be doing this, and he would not be posting Henry Cavill Superman saying, here's to more stories to tell if it wasn't for this community. So all this excitement and all this electricity is, you got to thank this man and this movement for doing that. So when I see people crying about it, you're not a fan. You are not a fan. You have an agenda.
Yeah.
If you say you're a Zack Snyder fan or you're a DC fan, and this gross company that we all can admit, there's tons more atrocities that were done. Not just.
Oh my God.
They
lost Christopher Nolan, bro.
Christopher Nolan. Like, what are we talking about? And I saw Sky, and then just so you know, there's some funny behavior. I've been tagging some accounts on Instagram. And so they'll repost my story, but they'll post a reel about, I'm assembling the Avengers to take down Netflix, and it was like Tom Cruise, Christopher Nolan.
Hey, y'all are. You know what's so funny too? This is so funny because we're gonna do this. Like, look, we're trying to plan something. Or I'm going to plan something, rather. Kind of figuring out how we're going to do this. But we're going to, like, stream a bunch of old Mikey stuff.
Yeah, I love
Just
that.
back to back to back to back, bro. Because here's the thing, right? Like,
Yep.
there's so much information in there, you know. And one thing that I kind of heard throughout this whole process was people were saying, "Oh, I would even like for Universal to get it because Christopher Nolan." Mikey was like, "Bro, Christopher Nolan is not gonna step in and try to like bring back Zack Snyder, bro." Like he's like, "Yo, he got his own stuff going on. Like that ship has sailed. Him trying to like, you know, step in and do stuff like that." So it's just funny how the one company, Josh, that actually came out and said, "We want to work with Zack Snyder," all of these influencers tried to make sure that company didn't get the fucking company that has DC. Isn't that wild?
Freaking wild, dude.
Like, only one company said, "We want to work with Zack Snyder and we want him to do more DC stuff." Only one company.
I didn't hear from Universal. I didn't hear from Paramount.
Right? Nobody said anything. I heard rumors. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, the Saudis gonna bring him back. You know, wasn't no quotes. Wasn't no articles out quoting people over there saying, "Yeah, we're gonna bring back Zack. We want him to do more DC stuff." Only one company did that.
That's what the industry didn't want.
And it happens to be the one that all the influencers and the media outlets didn't want to get it. Crazy how that works.
And it's funny. I've been listening. Against my better judgment, right? Because I'll be honest, I'm in Skywalker's top 1%. Like I know so many are, but I haven't really been watching.
Shout out to all the 1%ers, the elitists. You know what I'm saying? The elitists. Oh, you know what? That's the new thing, Josh. We got elitists over here, right?
Hey,
that's the new thing, right?
Hey, that's the
1%. You know?
But the 1% is because I'm not watching all these. Right, my journey has evolved, right? And I put on your stream the other day, evolution always wins, right? We have to evolve as people in all aspects of our life, right? And I think we just need to take a moment also with this news and just in general, because I know it's coming Monday morning when we open our phones tomorrow, Sky. We're going to see every headline about how it's not going through. It's not working. This is bad. Even if it goes through, this is horrible. We're boycotting, right? But like we talked, right? All these little entities, like the WGA and the Screen Actor Guild and all this, all they want is because they weren't in the room when all these negotiations were going through, and all this control that Hollywood had in California for so long, they're not going to have it anymore because it's going to a company that they don't know. Because all these studios are friends, right? They're all in competition, but they're all secretly in bed with each other, right? And so now that this other company,
and now it's another company that has more money than all of them put together, and all of a sudden they own the biggest legacy studio in all of Hollywood.
100 years was celebrated in 2023, right around the time that Full Circle happened, Sky. That was the 100th year of that studio. I just love the 2 years later.
Sold to Netflix.
Sold to Netflix. And if people want to say, "Oh, well, Paramount's going to do a hostile takeover," you really think a company like Netflix, with all its big bank, is going to make that announcement, right? And not make sure that this goes through whatever way, right? Like, this is done.
They already emailing their customers. They already. Hey, I showed everybody on live that they hit me up. And they was like, "Yo,
you were the first one." I looked. I didn't have it. It
was like, "Hey, Skywalker."
You were the first one.
I was like, and they already text me. Really was saying, "Yo, we got that for y'all, bro."
Dude, that was inside. I think you got it first before everybody else, because I didn't start seeing screenshots. I didn't get one until the next day. So I love that you showed the receipts online, and I love that you got the news first.
Right, bro, they hit me up, bro.
They hit up this man right here because of all the work, right? these CEOs, these corporations have saw what a simple fan can do. Get stuff done when everyone's saying it's not possible. And you just deserve your credit, sir. That's basically what the point of this stream was. Very, very impromptu. I apologize. I didn't have like any agenda
Hey, I
or-
feel it, bro. I was just chilling. Cause I was actually gonna, cause I was doing my little gaming stream earlier, and I was gonna go live later, but I was like, you know what, Josh is going live. I was like, nah, bro, I'm about to chill. I'm about to go on Josh's stream, bro.
And you know, just going back to you were talking about earlier, you
Yeah.
know, the very first stream was talking about the Snyderverse. I am not a YouTuber. I always say that. My very first live stream, is interviewing you, sir. Because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
saw-
oh my goodness.
I saw that was the week you put out that call to all content creators that has come back around recently.
Right?
A topic of discussion. But I was one, I'm not a content creator, right? But you were willing to go on anyone's channel.
I said it too.
Anyone's. I
I
don't
was
care.
like, I'll go on anybody's
One
channel, bro. Yep.
subscriber, no subscriber, right? And you came onto my platform and you inspired me to do watch longs, to do reviews, to do these things. And like I've told you, there's no one like you, Sky, right? So I'm gonna leave the heavy lifting to you. I'm still, as a fan, gonna do what I like to do, which is all engagement and the passion. But now
Yeah,
that
bro.
Netflix, I want to just make an announcement that this channel will be more active now when the content gets on Netflix and we're engaging with all these properties that are owned by Netflix.
Oh my god.
And it's all due to this man right here. So I just want to shout out you, homie, because you know, I think you've inspired a lot of us to cam up and be on camera, because you've shown the example of what a stand-up man is, what a true fan is in this community. And you know, it should not be understated, because this channel it means a lot. I know to me, I know you probably don't think about it, but having these opportunities to engage with you, to talk with someone as a fan, to even get your opinion on things when everything seems like the sky is falling, it does mean a lot to people, whether you know it or not. So shout out to you for giving your time to us, because it is you could be doing all kinds of other stuff, all kinds, you know, great games, streamings, and you know,
Yeah, man.
all the ladies, you know, like, hey, thank you for giving your time to us, sir. Like,
No, I really do appreciate that. And let me say this, man. The you know, the work that we do, it's all, you know, it's always been because we've been able to keep that true north, as we like to call it. You know, just trying to be the most effective that we possibly can be to get these movies back, right? That was literally our goal, getting on here and getting on YouTube and having conversations. And you know, when I was first kind of starting, the thing that made me want to do this was that, you know, I was in the chats and I was watching people. I was always giving super chats and all that stuff. But, you know, I always kind of felt like there was, you know, that my perspective was a little bit different than everybody's. And I was like, you know, is there anything that I can add to the conversation? And I felt like it was, right. And I had been contemplating doing YouTube for a while, just because I was always watching so much YouTube. I was like, man, I could do this, you know, kind of just offhandedly. But I kept saying that enough. I was like, man, I'm going to actually try to do this. But, you know, it really became a question of, oh, well, what am I going to talk about? Because I was like, I can talk about anything. I can talk about sports, music, like all this different stuff, video games. And I was like, okay, well, what can I talk about and just never get tired of talking about it? And it was the Snyderverse, bro. It was like a very, very quick thing for me. I was like, oh shit, the Snyderverse. I was like, I fucking love the Snyderverse. Got to get it back. All of these things. And the more that I kept doing this, the more that I kept seeing the impact that Zach's movies really has on people. And the more that things just kind of just kept happening and kind of aligning and falling into place at certain times. And I'm just like, yo, you know, this seems like this might actually almost like be like what I'm supposed to be doing right now, if that kind of sounds strange, right? But it was just all these different moments, man, where I would meet just people that you would never expect, and they tell you the Snyder Cut saved their life. And this is like the most general of general audiences. Like, this is the most GA of GA. And I'm sitting there having a conversation with this person, and they're telling me that the Snyder Cut saved their life. Right? Yeah. You know, and then I go to the movie theater and I run into a CG artist on Rebel Moon, and you know, just all these different things, and just, you know, just things kind of happening here, happening there. And this is well before sale. This was like just me talking about the Zach stuff. And yeah, then once sale happened, it really kind of got crazy, because then it turned into, you know, well, yeah, this is really, it was just really all these signs like, hey, just, you know, keep doing this. And it's funny because the Cool Table, right? When I put the Cool Table together, myself, Apex Lux, El Necron, and the Good Austin, I just had a feeling that we would all make some good content together. And then this, you know, quartet ended up being the perfect foundation and the perfect mix of like chemicals, pretty much, to be able to kind of be the thing that people could fall back on to get this done. Right. And I can't speak enough about those gentlemen. They've been there every step of the way, man. And it's been multiple things that have happened that we've all contributed, that, you know, and I've said this, we're about 2 ifs from this thing not happening. You know, we're about 2 ifs.
Yep.
You know, 2 things go the wrong way, this might not have played out this way, you know. But I think that, you know, this was definitely something special. And I think that all of the trials and tribulations were definitely needed. They were definitely needed, because not only did it test our resolve, because one, I think that anything that's worth having is definitely worth fighting for and worth like putting forth effort for. So with this being something that is of great value, it was going to take a Herculean effort, you know, from around the world, you know, people chipping in and doing different things. But I'm just proud to be able to say that I've been part of this thing. I'm proud to be able to say that I had anything to do with the situation. You know, in general, I don't feel like, you know, I'm better than anybody because I started this. I don't feel like, you know, we are any necessary. And I know I might joke. I don't even think that we're necessarily, you know, that much different than other iterations of this fan base. I just think we're a little bit more focused. We were a little bit more laser focused on one thing. And when we kind of did that, it made us be able to get us to this point. And now that we're here, we can enjoy what is going to soon be the fruits of our labor pretty soon. Because, yeah, this thing, yeah. Like I said, certain conversations, Josh, we're not having no more.
We're not having. And then with that said, like, shout out to the Cool Table.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to the Cool Table, man. For sure. Those gentlemen, bro.
And you know, I'm glad that you're putting your foot down with this, because we know that there's just going to be all these distractions, right? But the point of this stream was just, like, let's just take a moment to celebrate, prepare ourselves mentally for all this BS. But also, I wanted on my platform to just kind of tell the people where to go to, because there's going to be a lot of nuanced and exciting conversations to have. But there's also going to be some much needed conversations for the ones who, you know, keep wanting to doubt and saying this is not happening, right? We got to put the truth out there, and we got the receipts to do that. So I'm going to start slowly stop winding this down, because I wasn't planning to go for super long. But can you just give the people like kind of a preview of what this week might look like? Because I know I've been seeing that there's a new Super L Girl trailer that's coming out, and I know that there's people saying that it's never going to pass because of Trump, and I know there's people, right? But so now we're getting into like the nitty gritty, and people are moving the goalposts. But where can we go, and what can we expect on Skywalker Entertainment YouTube channel?
One thing that we not discussing is that damn Supergirl trailer, because I don't forget about that Supergirl trailer. I really don't. Oops. Sorry. This week, yeah, we're gonna be mining out some of these conversations, man. You know, to give you guys a hint, because we were the only people on the internet that was reporting on how Ted Sarandos and them was talking to the DOJ this whole time, and people didn't believe, they didn't listen. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about how, like, why this iteration of the fandom was successful and other ones weren't.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about, you know, there's more. We have another Zack Snyder hour coming up this week with him saying about these stories. Look, man, yo, if anybody thinks that this thing is, look, I'm just gonna tell you once again, for everybody worried about the DOJ, I'm gonna ask this question one more time. I'm sorry. Do you guys think that Donald Trump is going to say that the company that bid the most money shouldn't win the auction? Is that really what you guys are telling me, bro? Donald J. Trump is going to say that, yeah, if somebody pays the most money for something, they shouldn't win an auction. That's a crazy precedent. That's a crazy precedent to set, Josh. That's wild, right? That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. I don't know. I mean, I just don't see that happening, bro. And I told him that Ted Sarandos was working with him anyway, and people didn't listen. But now they got to listen. I bet you y'all know now.
And then the president confirmed, #Sky was right.
I bet you y'all know that, right? But Josh, what happened to all these influencers, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, do we just go back to normal? Like, these people weren't fucking wrong for all this time? Everything they say is wrong. Time after time after time, bro. And y'all just keep coming back and acting like this shit wasn't wrong. This is insane, bro. This is insane, Josh. This is insane, bro. They have been wrong about everything, bro. Everything. Oh, it's almost, it's going to be Paramount. It's going to be Paramount. It's going to be Paramount. David Ellison come out. Actually, we were never in the running. like, wait a minute, what? Like, wait a minute, what? What? Oh, Trump's DOJ gonna stop it. Trump like, hey, shit, bullshit. You know, he's like, hey, man, hey, if I ain't about to be the one that's gonna do that.
That's what his quote. I didn't see the video, but his quote. That's what it sounded like. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna look at it. You know, I'm gonna look." He's at like, it. "Yo," he's basically like, I'm gonna do it."
Well, last time I promise. Do you guys think Donald J. Trump is going to set a precedent that if somebody pays the most money at an auction, that they should not win?
Right,
bruh. I'm just all right. He said, "I have concern." David, that's like, I got concerns, Joe.
He has concern.
What are y'all talking? All right, man, this is insane. These people been so. I'm sorry that I went on that little rant, Josh. It's just that they're
No.
wrong, bro. They've been wrong about everything, dude. And they keep coming back for more and doubling down. And then when they wrong on the double down, they just keep moving on. It's like, well, what is this?
Oh, I'll here in a minute. I'll tell you backstage what I've been hearing, and it's just it's hilarious. They're following suit. They're all becoming Ellison because they're crying and they don't know how to deal with the fact that somebody who, like you, got through so much scrutiny and was successful when they can't do
Oh my
a
god.
microcosm of what you did
Yeah.
with your platform, right?
Maybe that's why. Josh, think about it. Maybe that's why. If you guys focused on what you love and your passion,
Yeah.
rather than focusing on what somebody else is doing and trying to stop that person
Yep.
from being successful, maybe.
I saw the quote for Nessa. I see Frank mentioning about letting the Economist look over it. I saw the quote in the Hollywood Reporter posted today.
Yeah.
So go check out. Like, I mean, we
Ted Sarando said we good. Yo,
good.
that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. You guys think they gonna spend $80 billion with a $5 billion penalty
Right.
for having to have the shit break up? Bruh, I saw somebody say, Josh, this is when I knew that we were at peak fucking insanity. And I'm sorry about my language, but
No, you're
bro, we're at peak insanity, Josh. I saw somebody say that Netflix is doing this because they're trying to affect Paramount in a negative way, and they don't even think that they're actually going to be able to get the company. Bro, they said that Netflix doesn't intend on keeping the company, and that this is all a ploy to get Paramount in worse shape for 2 years, and then have Paramount get it after 2 years. I couldn't even keep a fucking straight face. That's what I'm saying, bro.
the gymnastics, the mental gymnastics that these people must be going through. You have them crashing. You have them crashing.
That's some Simone Biles shit, man. That's like some Gabby Douglas, like fucking, you know what I mean? That's nasty work. When you say that they didn't even do this on purpose, that they doing this just to mess with Paramount, and they're gonna give it back, they're gonna spend $5 billion just to mess with Paramount and really really end up giving it back to them at the end of 2 years. You guys are delusional.
We call that Delulu now, right? It's got like
bro.
Delulus right here are, yeah. It's and I'm be honest, you know, I pretty much I try to be like chill. I try not to like, you know, take pleasure in the in the crash outs of others. But when you've been so wrong, like what you're talking about, and you've talked crap about someone who I consider my friend, right, and tried to defame him and what he's done on behalf of me as a fan, behalf of all the fans that are in this chat, that everyone who hashtagged, right, it just shows who deserves to be rewarded and who is crying, right?
This is crazy, bro.
When this happened, dude, I really felt like that quote in The Dark Knight at the end when Bruce is talking to Gordon, right? He's like, sometimes people deserve to have their faith.
Oh, man.
I literally, that quote was playing in my head seeing the news, right? And it made me think of you guys, the Cool Tables particularly, but everyone in the Syndicate Network, its colleagues, and everyone who's hashtagged, and everyone who, you know, has dropped into a stream or just participated in the chat. And, hey, shout out to the haters and the detractors too.
Shout out to them.
They gave us the engagement. I'm getting all kinds of engagement on my Instagram with hate. It's all it's doing. It's just furthering the likes and furthering the
Hey,
so
If not for anything else, they've made this process entertaining.
That's what I'm. Yes,
If not for anything else, they made the process entertaining.
you've helped me have the last laugh.
He said, "I saw that too, Sky. What a crack is it, bro? I literally saw somebody. Yo, Josh, they're crashing out, bro.
Oh, they are. I'm gonna
Josh,
tell you what I
they're
saw.
asking Tom Cruise to come save the day. They're saying that Netflix didn't really buy WBD because they really want them. I'm like, wait a minute, what are we? They like, oh my god, Paramount can still come do a hostile takeover. I'm like, bro, what is going on? They're bought. $80 billion. You think that's a game? Josh, they think that people spend $80 billion playing a game, just trying to play around. As if, hey, if this thing doesn't go through, they'd be on the hook for fucking $80 million. Like, what are you talking about, yo?
These people. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fun tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it, to the streams, because we have to call these things out.
Wait, y'all ever know how them auctions go, Josh, when they be talking all fast? Like, oh, can I get the they go going once, going twice. They think Netflix just drove it all the way up to 80 billion and let it go.
They're like,
as a joke. And he said, going once, going twice, sold to Netflix, and they're like, oh shit. Like, they ain't really got to spend that money. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's the money's coming out of the account, yo. They gonna need that.
It's
dumb. What do y'all think, this is a game? They sitting there to say it. They think they bought this to get back at Paramount, bro, and it's gonna go back to them after the DOJ. I'm sorry.
Nah, and for me particularly, from what I've seen, it's been very satisfying seeing people that were over here, but not really over here, if you know what I'm saying. And now they're over there, and they're crashing out, you know. And so I get satisfaction with, hey, never set foot on the wrong side of history.
Right? Hey, let them know, bro.
And I don't know if you can confirm this or not, because
one last thing. I'm happy that everybody that lied on my friend who is no longer here looks dumb as hell right now.
Yep.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
And rest in peace to Mikey Sutton.
Rest in peace to Mikey Sutton.
For those who don't know, did so much.
Everybody looks dumb.
And he is laughing his
everybody looks dumb.
Laugh right
everybody
now.
Looks dumb, bro. Everybody that lied on my friend looks dumb. And everybody that kept it solid looks 100.
That's what it is. Hey, wrong side of history. So we're over here, and shout out to everyone who's never wavered, right? And never. I know there's people that were here before me, and they've gone away, right? But I'm very grateful to everyone who's stayed the course, who left and came back and showed, you know, humility and kind of, you know, saw the error of their ways. Shout out to each and every one of you, because your faith is now being rewarded. And real quick, Sky, I don't know. Do you know particularly, because I haven't looked up, do you know if this is the confirmed cost? Because I know my local outlet here in Texas.
That's what I've been seeing. It's
yeah,
82.7.
Okay.
That's what I've been seeing.
So yeah, and
$80 billion.
If y'all think Paramount gonna come in, and then Netflix is gonna let that get away from them after making this announcement, right?
Now they bought it as a joke, Josh. They was just playing, bro. They didn't really buy it. You know what I'm saying? They just playing. They just playing, Josh.
It's all
they playing with $82.7 billion.
It's one big punked episode. Like it's just, we're all right. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fun tomorrow, but let's celebrate tonight, and let's just get ready, get our you know, batarangs ready, get our sword and shield ready, because we're gonna need to have these conversations.
I'm cooking tomorrow, and we having an early conversation tomorrow because yeah, I'm going to go. Wait, can I say what I'm going to go see tomorrow? Hold up. Let me see.
Ooh, exclusive.
Can I say what I'm going to go see?
It's a wrap. Netflix did a checkmate. Finito. Yes, sir. Paramount is already in debt. They never stood a chance. Yep. sent you the clip of Trump. Okay, let me see. Let me play that real quick before we get out of here. Shout out to Sin Havoc. I haven't gotten your messages, sir. I just I'm a little rusty with StreamYard, so I ended my own stream earlier. But sorry about that. Let me try to present this real quick so we can hear it from the big dog right now who can get this done. Let's see, full screen. All right, let me present this real quick for you. How do I present? I'm a little rusty, dude. So here it is. Let's play this real quick. So this is sent to me by Sin Havoc. This is Trump asked President Donald Trump takes questions from reporters at Kennedy Center red carpet event.
Say it.
Foreign policy question,
Well, I think maybe not.
Russia, Ukraine.
This is about the Kennedy Center. Okay. Thank you.
What about Netflix and Warner Brothers?
Well, that's got to go through a process, and we'll see what happens. Netflix is a great company, and they've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
President Trump, who's on your list for next year's Kennedy Center honors event?
Actually, I looked at a list today. I can't tell you that yet, but a lot of people want to be on my list.
I bet a lot of people want to be on the list. Shout out to
I bet too. And I have an answer for if I can tell y'all what I'm going to go see in 1 second. I'm almost done.
All right, no worries. But you heard it from him, like the way he just said that. Shout out to Sin Havoc for sending that. That he seemed very just kind of, in my opinion, if I'm trying to read in between the lines, body language, I'm a behavioralist, right? He's answering for reporters, right? So you can't really, but yeah, he pretty much, it's done in my opinion. It's done. Ted already met with him. I mean, come on now. What are we talking about? Yes, shout out to Osta Fresh, MV4E. For those who don't know, Mikey Burst forever, man. Shout out to him. He's loving all this, guy. Like, he is loving all this. Yep, Mikey way ahead of everyone else, and this movement is way ahead of everyone else, and that's why we weren't surprised when we saw the news. And you guys, I don't know if you guys were surprised, but shout out to y'all for being here for this celebration. That's why the background is the way it is.
Hey, for sure, man. Over there chill. Yeah, Frank C. They acting like they gonna spend $80 billion and not talk to the fucking lawyers first, bro. Right. That's why it was so crazy. They were like, "Oh yeah, David Ellison got all these connections," and I'm like, "And you think Ted Sarandos don't? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about?" And then it turns out, oh, he went to the White House in mid-November. Oh, funny that.
Mm-hmm. Confirmed by Trump himself.
Yeah, I actually can tell you guys what I'm going to go see tomorrow.
Right, exclusive info. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
I'm going to go see the Fallout Season 2 premiere.
Ooh. All right, in theaters.
Yes.
Look at that. Shout out to the homie.
Yes.
Maybe can we expect like just a little review or recap, maybe,
Probably.
or just a mention? All right.
Probably.
Shout out to Skywalker, making sure that the fans are taken care of. Look, you're over here, you're engaging with stuff you're passionate about, right?
Hey, I love the season 1. You know what I'm saying? So we just go try to make sure we can cover stuff and just try to have fun, man. Bro, look. First, it's funny that they swear that we don't like nothing else other than Zack Snyder's stuff. It's like, yo, Zack is my favorite director. He is the GOAT. But there are other filmmakers I like, I love and enjoy. Like, what's wrong with y'all? They be acting like we only like, bro. Anyway, but it's just amazing being able to like be here, bro, and be at the forefront of all this stuff and be locked in and meeting dope people and allowing, I mean, even the people that came to the meetups and stuff, right? and they came to the house and stuff like that, man. It's been super dope, and we've been rocking out, and it's just been very special. I like to thank everybody that has really believed in our message. They've believed in our messaging. They've believed in us. And yeah, we just try not to take that for granted, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we've all, right? Yourself included, you had faith in yourself, right? You had faith in this mission, and others had faith in you and propped you up, sir, and gave you that gas, right? You've expressed to me how certain people come to your mind, right, when you think about your everyday life and you think about what it means, because you care not only for yourself, right? You're not selfish, you're not a clout chaser, you're thinking of the bigger picture. And that's why you've always said, this is for the world. The world needs it.
Yeah, man. The world does need this stuff, man. Like when you're out, and I've told this story a few times, but I'll tell it again very quickly. It's just like I was talking to one of my friends, and his child's mother, who I had never really had conversations with like that. And I was just at his house at like a barbecue, and he was like, yo, you know, she like loves that Snyder shit too. And I was like, what? And I immediately, like, as soon as she came back out, I was like, yo, like, you rock with the Snyder Cut? And she literally just started telling me like how that movie saved her life, bro. And how the things with Cyborg and everything, and how she just saw it at a certain time in her life, and it just meant everything. And it was like, and it literally saved her life. And she was like, yo, I'm not joking. When I was in the hospital and I was talking to a nurse, older Asian lady, and we started talking about sci-fi movies, and she started talking about how much she loves Dune 2 and Rebel Moon. And she starts going off about how she loved Nemesis and stuff. And I was just like, how is it that I'm having these conversations, right? And in that aspect, she was talking about how much she rocked with Nemesis and how special it was for her to see like an Asian female character like that, and you know, all these different things. And yeah, man, these things just keep happening to me, Josh. They keep happening to me where I'll just be in these random situations, and I'll just be talking to somebody who I don't know or have never talked about these kind of things with them, and they'll start telling me how these movies have affected them in like life-changing and life-altering ways, right? So how many times can that happen before you say, okay, well, this shit obviously, like, it needs to exist. Like, it has to happen. It's not a question of like if, it has to, because it's literally saving lives. And then you know, and then that's before you even get into the AFSP aspect of it, right? Which is super dope and special. And I didn't get a chance to speak on it earlier, but when I went to the Out of the Darkness thing, man, yeah, that was a very powerful thing for me, because being a veteran, we have lost people, multiple people that was in my unit to suicide. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that I was there for that. And you know, just being able to do that. And then we've been helping raise money with the t-shirts and things like that. It's just a very, very all-encompassing thing that, you know, when you put it together, it paints a picture of this needs to be done. Like it really just has to be done. This wound being healed is so much bigger, and I think it's going to have a large impact on the world. And that might sound crazy, but I literally think it's true. I literally think, because like, yo, there's no way that, look, and I've been saying this, them fucking over Zack Snyder with the Justice League movie and starting off with BVS, that has been the most monumental fuck up in Hollywood history. It has to be.
Yep.
There's nothing look at what it has led to. The Snyder Cut fiasco, in which they've had egg on their face ever since. Because how do you release that version that you release if you had this? Right? It's led to multiple regimes not being able to do what they can with DC and not being able to be successful. Right? And now it's led to the company being sold. Because an idea born from that community that you wronged ended up getting your company sold to a competitor.
You know, I'm not really a fan of this particular movie, but the one thing I do love about this movie, right?
What movie?
This quote right here. WBD, you get what you fucking deserve.
Oh my God. Y'all tripping, bro. I love that movie, dog.
I know. Hey,
it's fine. Hey, it's fine, bro. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, I can be wrong, bro. I can be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
We all can be wrong.
I'm not, but I can be wrong, man. I love Joker, bro.
But hey, look, we have differences of opinion, but look.
Facts, man.
We don't focus on that. What do we focus on?
Nah, bro.
We focus on the positive.
What did I tell you the other day, Josh? I said, bro, if we were focusing on what was different about us, bro, we would never get anything done, dog.
Yeah. But that's what makes, I think, this group, right, so amazing, is that we are inclusive. We are very diverse. We come from different backgrounds, and I will just say that I am an insecure person, believe it or not. And I have felt nothing but genuine, love and just support from everyone in this community.
You haven't even been to the house yet, huh?
I haven't.
See?
I haven't invited.
That's your fault, though. That's your fault. That's Josh's fault. But hey, nah, bro. We gotta get you to the house, dog.
Yes,
that's gonna really change the game.
Oh, we're partying. Yes, shout out. He's in the chat. Shout out to Batman. We talked. Yes.
Hey,
breaking bread.
Matter of fact, we do gotta plan that because. Yeah, let's go ahead and start putting that together.
Yeah, it's going 2026. Woo! And I know about some stuff that is happening way in the future that I'm very excited about. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot to celebrate in 2026. So can't wait. Yeah, that's gonna be the party. Sorry to those who wavered because I vividly remember a lot of people talking about the party. And I was like, hold on, let's see where you go. And there,
are you even gonna be on the list? Like, can you even get in?
Are you on the list?
Cause I got a list and I'm checking it twice, bro. I'm telling you. I got a list. I'm checking it twice. And y'all can't get into my building, bro. Trying to tell y'all, if I say that you can't get in, it is a no-go. They will not allow you on the premises, dog. People would think I be BSing.
Syndicate for a reason, right? Yeah,
armed security in this joint. You know what I'm saying? I be like, all right, bro.
Hey, now that you've done the unthinkable, hey, Sky, you're the man of steel. You can take it, but yeah, hey, they're basically the talking heads. You're Superman. You're lifting that freaking mountain right over.
Yeah, bro. I'm LeBron and they're Skip Bayless, bro. Like that's what it is, man. They're talking about what I'm doing on the court.
Yep.
We're on the court winning rings, bro, and they over there talking about what's going on and can't take the L. That sounds just like Skip Bayless.
You know what I can't wait for, Sky?
What was that?
I cannot wait for the next event where you get to talk to Zack Snyder. That's what I can't wait for, sir. Because we know it's happening.
Bro, look. Everything played out the way it was supposed to, Josh. I'm going to just say that. Yep. I'm going to just say that, bro. Look, when I tell you, I'm going to tell you later. Bro, right. When I say everything plays out the way it's supposed to play out, bro, I'm not joking, bro. I'm not joking whatsoever. Like this shit, bro, it's been this shit was written a long time ago, bro. I don't know. This shit was scripted somewhere. Somebody wrote this. I don't know if this was written by Chris Terrio or some shit, but somebody wrote this, bro, a long time ago. And I don't know. This is wild, bro. This shit feel like we man, I got something to tell you. I can't wait.
The future has taken root in the present. We heard that.
Sure.
We heard that a long time
For
ago.
sure.
A year ago, homie, when the DCEU was on Netflix. There were so many moments before that, I know, but hey, a year ago, it's funny how people were watching BVS on Netflix, we're watching Man of Steel, right? Watching Wonder Woman
And
Suicide.
still didn't understand it.
And still, ooh, what does this mean? But we're gonna get into all that on your channel, homie. But I did
You know what's crazy? Last thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's wild is you know, Mikey Sutton, he's always tell me that, you know, whenever we saw that the DCEU was going over to Netflix, that it was a wrap. And I remember before the big one, before like everything went over there, they had announced that some of the movies was going, but it was like overseas, and it was on my birthday, bro. And I'll never forget that. And that was like right after Mikey passed. And I was like, bro, I'm still getting birthday gifts, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like these things that have happened, it's like you can't say that this is just, oh my God, it's all coincidence. It's like, this is crazy. Right?
Synchronicities and alignment is something that I've always felt with you guys, being perfectly honest. Something I believe in. I know most people don't, but I really do think you guys are divinely protected. And I think that you guys, the divine timing was just whatever brought you guys together, whatever happened, it was supposed to, right? Banded together from remote galaxy, you know, basically
You
like
see Harley?
now where's she at?
She on the bed, bro. Hey,
Hold on, let me move the comment. Hold on.
come here. She got out.
Oh, okay. And shout out to Harley, who's always been making the streams fun.
Look, see?
Co-host, yeah, I saw
Yeah, see?
our leg.
You got her toy, but she won't let me get it.
Hey. Can't wait to meet her. Can't wait to meet Harley herself.
Oh, my
A
goodness.
real
Right?
a crypto, a super dog right there.
Yeah.
But
There was just no way that I could have named her Crypto because she was a girl. I was like, man, I was
you
like,
thought about it?
yeah, bro. Because I was like, oh, is it a boy or girl? And it was a girl. I was like, okay. I was like, And I was kind of thinking of some names, and I was like, yeah, it's Harley.
Yeah, that's my girl. Hey, no objections here. No objections.
Right?
But man, I just want to thank you for coming through, man. I'm always indebted to you for just kind of, you know, being on a stream and kind of telling people who I was, right? You just saw me at this event and you told people who I was. I came into the chats to kind of help dispel what people were saying about you, and it's just kind of all, you know, snowballed into a genuine interaction and which had led to a relationship, a friendship, and something that has bonded us, in my opinion, even though, you know, I've only met you 4 or 5 times in person, but
Yeah, man. Hey, nah, it's all love over here, bro. It's just wild because it turns out that he was the first person that spoke to us at Full Circle. It was just crazy. It's just crazy how that happened. It's crazy how that happened.
Yeah, I remember you
Crazy.
Sky was right behind.
See what
you,
I mean, bro? And then like
Yeah.
I end up meeting Leon on some totally random shit because he sees my theory and I'm getting crushed on Twitter, and he like just randomly checked what I had said, and it checked out, and he was like, hey, like I actually called the person out for come on stream, and tell everybody, right? And then the good Austin and Necron and how we just got together, and then the cool table ended up forming, and it's like this perfect Voltron thing, and then the Syndicate Network and Cell and everything, and how that's played out. Man, it's like this has just been too much, yo.
Things happen the way they're supposed to, right? Hey, and you've helped put together a league, sir. You sure have. Zack Snyder Cell Movement. We're definitely a league, and we are united because of you. I wanted to just take this opportunity to give you your flowers, and I appreciate you taking, the time to come on the platform and kind of talk about where you've been with all this, and just kind of, celebrating real quick. But do you have any final thoughts before we say goodbye to the people until next time?
Yeah, first I want to say thank you for having me on, bro. And also thank you for everything that you've done. You've helped me in great ways, bro. You already know. There's been a lot of things that we wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for you, and I'm super appreciative of that, man. And just to the whole community, yo, if there was one last thing that I could share with you guys, is that you're the master of your own universe, yo. You truly are. If you don't like something about the world, you can change that shit. Like, you can absolutely change it. It just takes some hard work and some dedication, and some grit.
Yeah, true grit. That's what I was thinking.
Some grit, but it can be done. It can be done no matter the odds. We just beat $1 billion corporation again as a fandom with an even smaller group this time. It was an even smaller group of people.
Yep.
And we got something bigger accomplished.
Yeah. When they said it would never happen.
We got the whole company sold, man. But we didn't get a fucking movie put out. We got the company sold. Do you guys understand that? We said, yo, we ain't talking to y'all. We talking to y'all bosses. And they said, yo, they went in there and bought the company. They said, oh, y'all want the Snyderverse, huh? Okay, yeah. We got something for y'all. We gonna go buy the fucking company. How about that? Y'all happy now?
And I love that is in the Snyder Cut, and it basically came true thanks to Batman.
Bought the bank.
Superman. Hey, bought the big bank, right. Little bank, like you always say. Right?
Yeah, bro. Lastly, all right, y'all, just one more time before we go. If you guys think that Donald J. Trump is gonna sit back and say that, hey, whoever paid the most at an auction shouldn't win, if you guys think he's about to set that precedent, then I got a bridge in Kansas to sell you. I'm so serious. All right.
Gullible. Hey, gullible.
Wow, bro. That's wild.
So to everyone in the chat who's good, you know who you are at keeping receipts. Tomorrow, I know you're already on the timeline. Start taking those receipts now. Tomorrow, make sure all week you start.
Send me your favorite crash outs too, because that's what we're covering tomorrow is crash outs. So for sure.
We gotta talk backstage because I saw something yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I need them. Yeah. I need the crash outs.
And there will be
we're gonna cover the worst ones too.
And it's so funny watching all the usual suspects have to put the Netflix logo with WBD. So thank you, sir, for getting that giving me that satisfaction personally when they said it would never happen.
Hey, they held out, right? They held out this whole time. We've been having all kind of graphics, right? All kind of Netflix, WBD, Netflix, DC shit, right? Netflix, Zach, Netflix. I mean, just think about how ubiquitous we made Zach with Netflix on the internet.
Oh yeah,
and how ubiquitous that we made the DC shit with Netflix on the internet. You cannot run, you cannot hide. You must deal with reality at some point.
That's
quote the Raven, nevermore. Those are my final thoughts. Bitch, I'm just
And with that, I don't think there's a better sign off with that. I just want to thank the homie Super Sky for being here. Shout out to everyone in the building. Hashtag sells ESGL to Netflix, sells Snyderverse to Netflix is sold. Thank you to everyone. Cry harder to the betas. And we will see y'all next time. Peace. I think I ended it. Yeah, okay.